waiting on people to come on. Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Okay. Hope everybody's doing amazing. All right. We're going to have a really good live. We're just going to talk about your shrinking fibroids starter pack. So if you have fibroids, you're definitely going to want to be on this live. Hey. 08 Pink Ivy. Hey. Hope you guys are doing amazing. As you're coming in, please put where you're watching from, okay? So, you know, the city you're watching from. I would love to know. And I would love to know if you're also, if you're new. Hey, natural hair. I would love to know if you're new as well, okay? Today, we're going to talk about Sweden. Oh, you're in Sweden. I didn't know. Interesting. Okay. I was trying to send you a message, natural hair, but I don't know if it went through because I don't know if your profile, I can send messages. San Antonio, Texas. Okay. Hey, Delmar, Maryland. Okay. I am a Maryland girl, even though I'm in Washington, D.C. now, but I'm born and raised in Maryland, love Maryland. Welcome, ladies. Hey, as you're coming in, please put where you guys are from. We'd love to know where you're watching from. Today, we're going to talk about your fibroid shrinking starter pack, okay? We're going to dive into that today. If you've been following me, yes, on TikTok. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm a holistic womb specialist. And what I do is I help women who have fibroids and other reproductive health issues address it from the root cause, okay, in order to completely heal. And I love what I do, and I love putting the power back into women's hands, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving, okay? I hope you guys didn't go too overboard with the food. But if you did, that's okay, because guess what? I have an amazing, we're going to do a 5-day Detox Your Womb starter challenge on Monday, starting Monday, okay? That's the Black Friday offer. It's only $20.25, literally for 5 whole days. You're gonna be, you know, in a group. We're gonna do it on Telegram, where I'm gonna be putting out content just for the group, just for the ladies every single day, making changes. So it's gonna be like a group effort, and you know, you also get accountability as well. You're gonna, you know, you guys get to keep each other accountable in the group, and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna be putting out content and videos every single day as well for women that are for women that are in the 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. So if you have any reproductive health issues, from heavy bleeding to fibroids to PCOS to, you know, passing clots during your cycle, you need to grab that, okay? Grab our 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. It's gonna help you just be able to reduce bloating, sleep better. It's gonna be amazing. Like, sleep better and just feel better, okay? Especially because I know that you guys ate all that food yesterday. So it's like a reset, a 5-day reset, okay? We're starting this Monday, the 2nd. And this is the only time I'm doing anything like this because you know, guys know I'm really busy. So get on it. It's only $20.25. $20.25, okay? That's it. The link is in my bio. Grab it. The last day to grab it will be Sunday because we start on Monday. So grab it now so you don't forget, okay? It's called the 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge, okay? Now, let's get on to the topic. Thank you guys that are here. If you guys haven't followed me yet, make sure you're following me just so you will know when I'm going live. Again, my name is Sasha. Okay, I'm a holistic womb specialist, and what I do is I help women who have reproductive health issues get to the root cause of these issues, from fibroids to endometriosis to adenomyosis to ovarian cysts. I help them restore their hormonal balance and address the root cause, because listen, when it comes to fibroids, and we're gonna learn this today, a lot of women are just doing trying to heal with random remedies. You know, there's so many random remedies out there. They don't actually have a strategic plan to actually address the root cause. And that's the issue. That's why they're not really seeing success like that, right? That's why they're not seeing sustainable results. And honestly, the way you start something is the way you finish as well. In case you don't know, the way you start something is the way you finish. I want to reiterate that. So if you kind of start and you're kind of just throwing spaghetti at the wall, you're all over the place, you're not going to see, like I said, you're not going to get to the finish line, more than likely, okay? So if you're here, you guys give me some likes. Thank you, Rhonda. Tap on the screen. Let's get the likes up to at least 100 before we get started. The lights are looking crazy right now, okay? Because we're talking about, like I said, shrinking fibroid starter pack, okay? So let's get the likes up so the algorithm can push this out to more women. More women need to hear this message. I know that I've already gotten a couple of women that said that due to eating all this food on Thanksgiving, they started bleeding. I knew I was gonna hear that, but that's already happened, right? Due to like what they were eating, they feel They feel bloated. The symptoms are getting worse because of all of what they went through, all of what they ate during Thanksgiving. A lot of us don't think one plate of food can affect us, but when you have fibroids, when you have, reproductive health issues, one plate of food can inflame you, right, and cause all these issues. So yes, it really can happen. So let's get the likes up, ladies, so we can get started. Share this live with somebody that needs to watch it, whether it's a friend, a family member that has fibroids, okay? So yeah, we're gonna get started. So when it comes to fibroids, it can feel very overwhelming and very isolating. Let me know if you have fibroids and you also go through that. The overwhelm, how isolating it could be. Sometimes it could be to the point where you don't even want to go out the house due to the bleeding, due to, the bloating. It's really hard to live a regular life when you're going through it due to the anemia, right? The loss of energy. You don't feel like yourself. It's almost like you have a foreign invader in your body. Let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know if that's you, if you feel that way as well, that fibroids is very isolating. It's overwhelming. It's a lot to deal with, especially as the symptoms, increase, especially as the symptoms get more drastic, right? And for a lot of women, that's the case. When we've been having fibroids for years and we're not doing anything about it, we're not making a move about it, we're not actually applying a strategic plan on how to get rid of it, unfortunately, they will just continue to grow because we're doing things every single day to trigger that fibroid, right? So without even knowing it, you're triggering the fibroid to grow, just like Thanksgiving. That's a fibroid trigger with all those foods, the cheeses, all the meats, all that heavy food. When you have fibroids, that can really impact your health, right? That can really impact your body. So understand that, listen, with fibroids, it can be very complicated. There's so much conflicting advice out there about fibroids. And there's so much information out there. I get it. It can be very overwhelming. There's so much conflicting advice out there about fibroids. But let me just tell you this. You got to be careful about who you listen to and make sure this person has powerful results. This person has results. I just posted a client video, not just a screenshot, also a client video today of her telling her amazing results. She had fibroids, adenomyosis, endometriosis, 3 reproductive health issues, fibroids, adenomyosis, and endometriosis. Okay, and where she was and where the video's on my page. I posted it earlier today. But that shows you that, and that's not the only thing. I have so many amazing clients that have done, like I said, client videos, testimonials, and we have the client case study on my site. If you click the link in my bio, there's so much proof that this works. The framework works. As somebody that went through fibroids myself and have literally for years studied, researched, and I'm not talking about Google, I'm not talking about TikTok, I'm talking about really studied in Google, really studied, read books, worked under people to understand and learn the body and how to get rid of these growths and learn the womb and learn also emotional healing. And it goes deep when it comes to fibroids, but a lot of people don't understand and know that, right? They think, okay, just take a little herb or a vitamin D and it's gonna be gone. That's not how it works, okay? Especially if you're dealing with fibroids that are larger than 5 centimeters, especially when you're dealing with all of the symptoms. You wanna address the root cause of fibroids. You don't wanna sit there and, like I said, think that one thing in a bottle will get rid of fibroids. That's not how it works. A lot of people don't understand how their body works, so they think that they don't really understand what actually helps get rid of fibroids. That's why there's so much. Don't fall for the conflicting advice, right? Are there people out there that know what they're talking about? Absolutely, but it's very few and it's very few. It's very few, unfortunately, okay? So don't believe everything out there that you hear about fibroids, right? Do your research on the person. See, do they have proof in helping people get rid of fibroids? Because for me, if I'm looking for somebody to help me with my fibroids, I'm going to look at your testimonials. I'm going to look at whether you know what you're talking about, or you're just saying the generic advice everybody else is saying, because we don't need any more of that, okay? So I want you to think of this starter pack as the foundational piece every woman that has fibroids should know before embarking on their fibroid healing journey, fibroid shrinking journey, or whether you're on your journey right now. It's foundational pieces that you actually need to apply. You need to know, okay? Let's get the likes up. The likes are worrying me right now. Yeah, let's get at least to 1,000. All you have to do to like the video, if you enjoy what I'm saying, tap on the screen. Make sure you also follow me. And, shameless plug, I'm going to be saying this. We do have I'm wearing black. We do have a Black Friday offer where it's called our 5-day Detox Your Womb Challenge. Thank you, Tiffany. Our 5-day Detox Your Womb Challenge. So if you have not, like I said, registered, it's only $20.25. If you have not registered, get in there. You're going to want to get there. You have them. Okay, you have them. You're going to want to get in there. We start on Monday. It's a 5-day challenge. Okay, if you have fibroids, if you have endometriosis, heavy bleeding, periods that are a hot mess, anemia, any of that stuff, you need to be there. This is going to be the reset, the 5-day reset that you need. Click the link in my bio, get more information, sign up. Because the last day to sign up is Sunday. And also tell a friend to also sign up that needs this. A lot of you guys ate crazy yesterday. You need a reset. It's only $20.25. That's less than what people spend for lunch. There's no excuse. If you need this, get it. Okay? Because I never do anything like this. So get it now. Now, I want you to understand that healing begins in the mind. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany says she loves the information. Healing begins in the mind. Healing begins in the mind. Number one, right? Healing, our beliefs, our thoughts, what our priorities shape our results. Do you guys understand that? It shapes our results. It shapes how we approach healing our body. So if we think that, if we believe, because a lot of us have been heavily indoctrinated, and that used to be me as well. That used to be me. Okay, Tiffany's joining. Thank you. I know that's right. Tiffany's joining the 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. And if you're listening to this, you need to be in there as well. Okay, if you have fibroids or heavy bleeding or any of these issues, any womb issues, detox, you need to be there. It's going to be the reset that you guys need, right, to really start your challenge. 5 days. So when you're dealing with fibroids, when you're dealing with heavy bleeding, when you're dealing with these issues, it's important you have to get your mindset right. Our beliefs. So no, I don't take numbers. You just say, okay. Oh, hey, Pinky, Pink Ivy, sorry, I keep saying Pinky. Yay, okay, so I'm excited. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be in the Telegram group. So you guys, and I will send you guys the email on Sunday night, Sunday evening. You guys go ahead and download Telegram. It's gonna be on Telegram. It's gonna be a group on Telegram, okay? It's gonna be an amazing challenge. It's gonna be so fun. I'm excited, okay? I'm excited. I don't take numbers, right? I don't take numbers from people. I mean, I'm not saying people, but I'm just saying I don't take numbers online. I'm a professional, so it's like, people that sign up to work with me, we do Zoom calls, but I don't take anybody's number, okay? No problem. But you can if you have a question, email me, message me, okay? So healing starts in the mind. You want to shift, you have to shift your mindset, right? You have to shift. No, I'm not doing that monthly. Can you have them? This is the last time. I'm not doing it monthly. So if you're not joining this time, this is just a one-time thing. Cause I'm really busy person. In 2025, I'm going to be extremely busy. So if you're not joining this time, I'm sorry. Join it now. That you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. Just join it. It's $20.25, y'all. That's less than what people spend for lunch. I am sure you spent something on a Black Friday deal that was probably more expensive than that. Do something for your health. If you're going to buy clothes, buy electronics, and all this other stuff, do something for your health. Do something for your health. Y'all got to love yourselves more. And if you don't got it, I'm sure somebody has it for you. I'm sure somebody can give it to you. Okay? It's $20.25. Okay? I have stuff at every price point. Nobody can say nothing. At literally every price point. So healing starts in the mind. If you don't believe your body can heal, it won't heal. If you truly do not believe it, you have no faith in your fibroids can dissolve, they won't dissolve. I'm telling you, I know that sometimes we can be skeptical. I know that sometimes that we can be apprehensive, and I get that. I was like that too. A lot of my clients were like that too. You're like, okay, can natural methods really work? Because we've been indoctrinated to think that only surgery can work in order to get rid of fibroids, which is not true. We have been indoctrinated to think that only these harsh medications and harsh remedies can work, and nothing natural can actually work. So you have to unlearn a lot of what you've been taught. You have to unlearn that. You have to learn that when it comes to your body, when it comes to your health, your body is very powerful. It's a self-healing mechanism, but you have to provide the environment in order for it to heal. Your body would not heal in toxicity, right? If we have a lot of toxicity in the body. So you have to understand that you have to provide the environment for it to heal. Can one actually get healing? Absolutely, yes. Yes. I don't know if have you looked at our testimonials? Brilliant. Have you seen our testimonials? Absolutely. And for those that don't believe, I want you to, number one, go to the client testimonial I just posted today on the TikTok. Also, I want you to look at our stories. I posted some on there too. And go ahead and click the link in my bio, look at our client case study. Look at her whole process, all the way from having fibroids after the third time. Yes, because she had previously had surgery. Fibroids after the third time. She had 2 surgeries, uterine scarring, low AMH, cervical cancer, adenomyosis, infertility, to complete healing. And you see her, she worked with me for 6 months, diligently. And also a lot of mindset and inner work, because that's another thing too with fibroids. So you need to shift from fear and apprehension, right? You need to shift from that state to belief, number one, and also to empowerment, to understand that your body is powerful and it can, like I said, it can heal. But you have to, like I said, have the faith, believe, and put the right action into it, right? You have to put the right action into it. You cannot, like I said, sit here and be skeptical and sit here and continue to go, one day you're getting a pap smear, getting your blood drawn, you're doing all this stuff, right? And you're not seeing any results from that. You're literally going on a crazy, hamster, whatever you call it, just not seeing any results. And that's when you get stuck in the doctor. And when it comes to reproductive health, when you get stuck, in Western medicine, in the system, and you're literally just, like I said, you're going from one doctor's appointment to, I've done it too, so I know how it is. One day you're getting pap smear, one day you're getting your blood drawn, you're getting an ultrasound, you're getting a hormone panel, you're doing it, none of that, and you still have the fibroids. What is that doing to move the needle? You still got the fibroids. And they're coercing you to have the surgery, they're coercing you to have hysterectomy, they're coercing you to have myomectomy. You still have the fibroids, okay? Can one actually get healed by just taking, no. The 5 days, okay, no. I'm happy that you asked that question. It's a 5, no. You cannot get healed for 5 days. I'm sorry. You cannot get healed. You need to, yes, the 6 week, if you want to heal, it's the 6-week womb healing experience. That's it, right? That's what we have to offer, right? For women that want to heal, for women that want to dissolve fibroids, that want to shrink larger fibroids in 6 weeks, and also with the smaller fibroids, dissolve the smaller fibroids and restore their hormonal balance, and work on their hormonal balance as well, okay? And also heal their menstrual cycles, improve their menstrual. That is the 6 weeks, and that's, yes, absolutely, yes, you can shrink large fibroids in 6 at work. It depends on what you're doing. If you're in my program and working with me, absolutely. Look at some of our testimonials of women in 6 weeks. I had a woman in 6 weeks literally get rid of her fibroid belly. She had an extended belly due to fibroids, and literally she laid down and said it was flat. I had a woman who had a 20-centimeter fibroid. She didn't even take that. She just took one of the courses. She didn't even. With the courses are great too, but working with me gets bigger results. The best results. She took all the courses. She implemented everything in the course just for a month, and in her 20-centimeter fibroid, you can see the shrinkage. The doctor said there's nowhere to shrink fibroids. The doctors are going to say that. And that's why I'm having this video. Doctors are going to say that. Doctors told me that too. I dissolved my fibroid. And many of my clients have done the same. So I'm sorry, your doctors are wrong, and they want to keep you sick, and they want to keep you in the system, and they want to keep you going back for surgeries. And let me just say this, I don't know, Trust, are you in the US? I don't know if you're in the US. Oh, if you want to sign up for the 5-day detox your womb starter challenge, Tiffany, or you click the link in my bio. For ladies that you're in Chicago, okay. So you're in the States. So let me talk to you real quick in case you don't know. I don't know how nobody can know this in 2024, but doctors are not there to heal you. I don't understand how you guys don't understand this in 2024. They're not there to heal you. They want to keep you on surgeries, on medications, because guess what? That's more money in their pockets. You become a lifetime customer. And I'm doing a video later, a TikTok video, and I'm stitching it of the woman who had uterine cancer and from fibroids. Let me say this. Y'all don't realize that when you have fibroids, you are more at risk for different types of cancers because you have what is called estrogen dominance. I really would love to subscribe for the 6-week course, but I can't. It's okay. And for those that can't, email me because we have something We had something in January, so possibly you can put a small payment down for that if you're interested. But email me, Brilliant BB. But if you, all you can do is take the 5-day detox your womb challenge, starter challenge. Go ahead and do that. It's $20.25. Do that. You know, that will be a good reset for you, right? Is it gonna shrink your fibroids? No, y'all. Not gonna, but it's gonna be a good reset, and it's gonna be good for you to be in the community, and it's gonna, you know, have you going. Okay, get you going. So if you, and even if you guys don't have fibroids, get in it, because even if you have any type of issues with your cycle, painful cycle, clots, bleeding more than 3 to 4 days, because you guys should not be bleeding more than 3 to 4 days on your period, but anemia, any of that stuff, any health issue, you need to be in the 5-day challenge. Okay, you can do that by clicking the link in my bio and joining, register. It's $20.25, y'all. $20.25. I want you guys I want a lot of you guys could heal, or at least significantly shrink your fibroids and restore your hormonal balance by 2025. I just checked, and 2025 literally is in 4.5 weeks. Do not go into 2025 dealing with the same symptoms, dealing with the same, fibroids, dealing with the same issues you're dealing with right now. You can get very far by 2025. And the people that work with me in the 6-week womb healing experience, they will get far by. You're going to see a difference. Because people that work with me, even for 6 weeks, they see a massive difference, right? It's a more accelerated when you work with me for the first 6 weeks, okay? We do more focused healing, okay? So you have to understand, like I said, for a woman that said that she lives in Chicago, you have to understand Western medicine is not there for you to heal. So you can believe them and stay having multiple surgeries, because it's never just one myomectomy. You're gonna have several. And guess what? Insurance companies are not improving surgeries like they used to. I did a video on that, and they're not approving surgeries like they used to. And as Trump takes over the White House, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse as the years go by. They closed down about 30-something hospitals this year. They're not approved. I'm telling you this right now. So unless you have about 18,000 to give them, like I said, we have no choice right now but to heal ourselves, heal our bodies. Unless you have something like God forbid, you got an accident, something serious, of course you're going to the hospital, right? But when it comes to fibroids, your reproductive healing, your hormones, you have to rely on yourself. I'm sorry. Or you're just if you rely on them, you're gonna be having surgery one day, it's gonna come back, UFE the other day, you're gonna have to live a miserable existence. So you have to pick what you want, right? Do I want to live a miserable existence dealing with fibroids? Some people with 10, 20 years dealing with fibroids, dealing with them coming back all the time, dealing with heavy bleeding, dealing with all of the symptoms, the hormonal imbalances, the waste in the body, the toxicity in the body, and also putting myself at higher risk for other health issues when you have fibroids. It's never just the fibroids that you have to worry about. It's so many other things as well. So there's that. And there's also, there's a lot. So, and I would say for the person, if you don't believe that your body can heal, you need to be in the 3-day live course, the Healed Woman 3-day live course, because we're going to activate for women, our feminine inner healer. So get in that. If you don't believe that your body can heal, if you don't believe that your body can heal, you need to be in that, because you are told, well, if you have fibroids, you are disconnected from yourself as a woman. But if you truly don't believe your body can heal, you're extremely disconnected from yourself as a woman, right? Because women and contrary to popular belief, women were out here being healers and healing people, right? But unfortunately, women now are so disconnected from self. They don't even know what's going on with their bodies. They have to go to the doctor for hormones, for this, for all this testing. They can't even, it's ridiculous when their bodies are literally telling them the symptoms, but they got to go for all this testing. Isn't that crazy? From your experience through fibroids cause? Yeah. My client, I just go back and go to my page and watch the last video, my client, of her testimonial video. She was throwing up and all that stuff before, for days, several days. Yes, they can cause throwing up. Your body, you're dealing with lots of toxicity when you have fibroids, right? That's going to show up differently in everybody. Some people maybe have extremely heavy bleeding. Some people may be vomiting. Some people maybe both. It's going to show up in different ways because we're dealing with toxins that should not be in the body, that's in the body, okay? So shifting your belief system to commit to this journey. If you don't believe that your body can heal, you're not going to be committed. I'm telling you this right now. It's going to get a little hard and you're going to be like, oh, it's not going to work anyway. you're going to find an excuse not to commit to actually healing your body. So you have to really shift your mindset that this is, like I said, this does work. When I have the right things in place, when I have the right framework, it works. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There is no, but what about my condition? What about my, it works. And I've worked with all types of crazy conditions and crazy circumstances. It works when you do the work. Okay? So you have to be committed. And if you're skeptical, that's fine. Everybody's skeptical of things. But also, this is where following your intuition, this is, a lot of us are not connected to our intuition. We don't trust it. A lot of people don't trust their intuition. Your inner voice. Your, like they call it the gut feeling. But a lot of times too, when your body is clogged up, you can't even hear the intuition clearly, right? This is what's going to show you the right path in life. So you may come, you're in, like, something may have told you, some of you guys are watching me for the first time, right? Are watching me for the complete first time. I'm sure some people are watching me for the first time and you're like, you just stumbled upon my video. And I'm speaking to, you're learning from what I'm saying, right? And you were not shown this video just randomly. Not just randomly, right? So there's that. And sometimes we just feel more inclined, let me try this out. So a lot of us just suppress our own intuition because we're afraid. A lot of us self-sabotage from actually getting the life that we want because of fear. But don't allow fear to keep you stuck in a life that you hate, in a womb that's with fibroids, with a purposeless life. Because when you have fibroids, that also represents unfulfillment on a deeper level. And the state of your womb, I'm going to say this in every life. The state of your womb represents the state of your life. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. It's unfulfilled. Like, it represents unfulfillment. It represents you not living in your purpose. It represents you, again, not being aligned with yourself, with your body. It's unfulfillment. So the state of your womb, you're dealing with overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed with life. You're just living. You're just existing, getting day by day. You're not living. There's a difference between the two. There's a difference. Okay. Trust, go to the link in my bio. We have the full description of the 6-week womb healing experience. We have the description there, okay? So go to the link in my bio. It's a full life. It's not just, we don't do supplements. That stuff don't. You got to be around to understand my style. Okay, you're welcome. The link is in my bio. Read about it. If it aligns, join it, okay? But you got to be ready to work. This is not we just sitting in here, because a lot of people too, I'm not saying you, but there's a lot of people just want to gather more information and not do anything with it. A lot of people are addicted to just gathering more. That's why people will sit there and watch a million fibroid, people talk about fibroids and this and that and can you share tips, and watch a million videos on tips, but still have the fibroids, because tips are not going to work. What works is actually getting to the root cause of the problem and actually addressing the problem and being strategic about it. It's not just here and there tips. Like, come on now. Okay. So, if you keep doubting that healing is possible for you, then you will stay stuck in not doing anything. You will stay stuck in not doing anything. No, you don't need one. Stop saying that. Okay, so you got to change your language, Trust. Stop saying you need one. They told you need one. You don't need one. You need to heal your body. You need to heal your body. And that's your intuition too, telling you not to get it. A lot of you guys, when it comes to surgery, you're apprehensive about it, right? That's your intuition telling you no. No, right? That's your intuition. You need to listen to that. Because what's the point of going through surgery and again getting this again, or going through a hysterectomy and then going into the surgical menopause and having your hormones go crazy? There was just a woman on my live 2 days ago that said that listen to her. I've just had a hysterectomy and my health is in like chaos. Y'all don't understand that you gotta get to the root cause of the problem, or you will suffer either way. You can take out your whole uterus, you can snatch that thing out, but guess what? Your hormones will be, the underlying causes of what developed the fibroids is still there. It doesn't matter what, you can snatch out all your organs if you want to. I can't and it saddens me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It saddens me when I hear Black women settling for that, especially hysterectomy. Like, that's just like, you just really gave up on yourself. You just really gave up on yourself, right? And we're doing it for like heavy bleeding and fibroids, things that I've helped women heal. If you look at one of my testimonials on my stories, literally woman who was literally in the emergency room. She was bleeding so bad. Her periods were not, she said 9 to 17 days. And it was huge clots. She was losing so much blood, having to be rushed to the emergency room every month when she would have her period. Literally, she joined my 6-week intensive earlier this year. This is her testimonial. Earlier this year. By the next period, 4 weeks later, her period was like 2 to 3 days and much lighter. And I could see, I was like, when I saw her on Zoom, I could finally see the color in her face again. I was like, wow, in 4 weeks. So, but somebody thinks that they would need a hysterectomy for that. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? But somebody else would have a hysterectomy because of that. That's crazy to me. Would take out their whole uterus just to suffer even more. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we have to do better. We got to do better. Somebody said, preach, yes. We got to do better. We can't sit here and settle for just snatching out our organs left and right. They snatching out you guys' thyroids. They're snatching out your gallbladder. They're snatching out your uterus. Well, damn. What are they doing with all these organs they snatching out? It doesn't make any sense. You guys are just allowing this to happen instead of, you're supposed to heal your organs, not allow people to snatch it out. Come on now. We got to do better. We have to do better. It's really getting sad. Okay? No, it's not. And if you have brown blood, if you have any, they always come on here and ask about brown blood because that video went viral. If you have brown blood, you need to join my 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. It's $20.25. It's not normal to have brown blood. No, it's not. Okay? So Vintage, I can't even say your name right. Vintage Q, click the link in my bio. Join the 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. Anybody that has brown blood needs to also be in any issues with the menstrual cycle. Join the challenge. It's $20.25. That's less than what you guys spend for lunch. Okay? So that's what I want to know. And I work in surgery. I see it every day. Preach. Exactly. They've already shared, they haven't shared it, but people have said, listen, they're doing something. They're selling them organs, but I can't talk about that on here. TikTok will shut it down. They're selling a lot of that stuff on the black market. There's a reason why they want you to have a hysterectomy so bad. There's a reason why they're telling women who have one fibroid to have a hysterectomy. Some of these women are literally in their 20s and 30s, and they're like, let's just have a hysterectomy for one little fibroid. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. They're selling it for a huge price. There you go. That's why I get so upset that when black women come on here and I'm having a hysterectomy. I'm like, we don't get it. They used to actually do this to black women in slavery. They did it. There was one time in the 70s, a period of time in the 70s, they were forcing women in jail to have hysterectomies, black women in jail. So they used to actually force women to do this, and now we're dumb enough to volunteer for it. It's crazy to me. That's how indoctrinated we've been. That's how indoctrinated we've been. Y'all have to stop this. This is what time we're so disconnected from who we are. 100%. And it's sad. Okay? It's sad. Now, Vintage Q, we're talking about fibroids right now. Okay? I told you what to do, okay? We're talking about, I want to keep it on topic, okay? That's the entitlement for me. The importance of awareness. The importance of awareness. And Vintage, I have 2 videos on brown blood. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, okay? I have 2 videos on there, okay? Go back and watch it if you want to know what it does. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm so tired of talking about it. I told you what to do. If you don't know how to work TikTok, ask somebody to help you. The link is in my bio. Join the 5-day course. 5-day Detox Your Womb course. That's all I can say. When it comes to, it's important to have awareness. It's important to understand what's going on with your body. A lot of you guys don't understand how fibroids even developed, right? You don't understand why they develop. You don't understand how they develop. You don't understand what hormones are out of balance when we have fibroids. You don't understand any of that, but you're looking to get rid of your fibroids. How can you get rid of something that you don't even know how it got there? You don't even know how it developed. You just think it randomly developed out of nowhere. No, it didn't. So you don't understand you don't understand like the root causes of this, but you so desperate to get rid of fibroids, right? And this is why we get coerced into doing approaches that don't serve us. into like surgeries, right? They can coerce you easily into that because you don't know how the fibroids got there. You don't understand how your body works. That's why it's easy to coerce you into having, surgery. It's easy to coerce you into thinking green tea will get rid of your fibroids. It's easy to coerce you into, that's just hilarious to me. It's easy to coerce you into things when you have no knowledge, right? That's why I do these lives all the time. So you have to understand and know. And if you don't know anything about fibroids, go to my Facebook page. Excuse me, not on Facebook. Go to my YouTube channel. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube, right? My phone is not that big, but I have some people have found me from YouTube, right? I have so many videos on there, like hour-long to 30-minute videos, So if you're just watching me for the first time and you're like, I want to know more information, YouTube, I have so many videos, okay? So, and we have so many amazing, for the ladies that actually, does this really work? Client testimonials. I mean, we have a ton, and I get it, right? This is the internet at the end of the day, right? Some people, they need to be following me for a while to understand how the process works and to understand really whether they want to jump in, and I get it. But I'm saying this too, don't wait too long. If you know you've been following me for some time and you're like, wait, I want to do this, like for example, the 6-week womb healing experience, do it. Because tomorrow we're closing enrollment. After tomorrow's the last day to enroll. Work with me for 6 weeks. I have a client that just signed on, and when she told me her story, I almost cried. And I'm not a crier like that, but she said something that almost like literally like broke my heart. That fibroids stole her. She feels as though fibroids stole her life, and I was like, wow, because I remember feeling that same way before. Right? Because as the fibroids start growing, they take more and more out of you. Whether it's more blood, more energy, they drain you, right? They drain you. And they cause like your stomach to start extending after a while, depending on who, depending on the location. It really, like I said, it has an effect on so many things, from your job to your output, to your productivity, to your relationships, to your, your dating life, your social life. Like, people are literally having to like plan vacations around their periods. And some people have long periods. So it really can completely destroy their quality of life. This is real. That's why it's something you have to address. You cannot sit here and allow it to destroy your life. Life is meant to be lived. We're not supposed to be dealing with bleeding half to death. We're not supposed to be dealing with all of these issues, health issues. We're not supposed to be dealing with that. It can take a toll on your life, but you can't fix what you don't acknowledge. So if you don't acknowledge that, a lot of women don't understand that the hormones are out of balance when they have fibroids. They don't even understand that. They're like, oh, well, the doctor told me my hormones are fine. But what is your body telling you? Because you're listening to a test that you don't even know is what the test is based off of. They've done so much research on this that a lot of them don't test for all the hormones, right? The right hormones that actually cause the fibroids. A lot of them, it's just a lot with the doctor testing, right? That's a rabbit hole that I will go through it on another video. But you're so quick to listen to that. There's people that literally have fibroids, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, and will sit here, PCOS, and say that, well, my doctor said my hormone levels are fine. Does that make sense to you? No. If you do some research, if you read this is why I say, read this book. Where's this book that I have? I want y'all to get this book. Estrogen Dominance. Get it from Amazon. Hormonal Imbalance of the 21st Century. And I want you guys to understand and know, get this book by Dr. Michael Lamb. Get this book. I want you guys to know, and there's other amazing books too, but this book, do I agree with every single thing in here? No, but I agree with a lot of it and what estrogen dominance is. And you will see how estrogen dominance, that's what you have when you have fibroids. This also can lead to, I'm not saying it's going to happen for everybody, but it is, like I said, the precursor to breast cancer, to uterine cancer, to cervical cancer, to so many different types of cancers, right? That's now more common than ever. It's not by, like I said, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. So you guys gotta understand what's going on in your body. You can't just sit here and go through this stuff and I want to get rid of fibroids, but you don't even understand what's going on. So understand what's going on in your body, right? That's important. That's important. For women that want to feel more in control, more aligned with their body. I do have a 3-day course next week called the Healed Woman. 3-day courses will be Wednesday through Friday on Zoom. It's helping you feel more in alignment with your body. It's helping you feel more in alignment with your menstrual cycle, with your being, with your inner healer. You need that. If you are doubting, if you feel disconnected from your body, you feel disconnected from self, if you feel like you have no purpose in life, you need to be in that 3-day live challenge. Excuse me, not challenge, 3-day live course. It will be on Zoom, Wednesday through Friday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it, we will have the replays for everybody that registers. Okay, so sign up for it if you need to. A lot of you guys need that. If you can't join the 6-week womb healing experience, then join the 5-day challenge, Detox Your Womb Challenge, and the Healed Woman 3-day live course. Okay, join both. Okay, so it's important for you to understand that your body is very powerful. It's more powerful than you can even conceptualize. And understand how your body works as a woman. That's important. As women, we're ruled by our hormones. So how can you as a woman not understand that? Yes, the link is in my bio. Absolutely. The link is in my bio for both. Okay, the link is in my bio. So I want to say this too. Your environment matters. When you're healing your body, you're welcome. Your environment matters when you're healing your body. Your environment matters. So if you are surrounded by people and things that cause you stress, we got to make some modifications. Whether it's your job, whether it's your family members, whether it's your friendships, whether it's your relationships, we got to make some adjustments, right? Because you cannot be in an environment that makes you sick. Because yes, our environments can make us very sick. I'm sure you guys know that, right? Our environments can make us sick. Yes, when you have fibroids, your cortisol levels are out of balance. You have to understand, in order to heal, in order for us to get, like I said, to start balancing our sex hormones, we have to address like cortisol levels. Because when your cortisol spikes up, the progesterone shoots down. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to take a progesterone pill or cream. No, your body does not recognize fake progesterone. It recognizes the progesterone in your body. So what will happen when you guys take these pills and creams, you're suppressing your own natural hormones, and you're loading your body up with more toxins. So on the back end, you're actually doing more harm. What you need to do is heal your organs, heal your glands, so it is producing the right amount of progesterone. That's what we're gonna, like I said, work on in the 6-week womb healing experience, so you can balance your hormones, right? Your hormones are all over the place because they're not. And when a woman, like I said, when a woman is out of balance, her hormones are out of balance, she as a woman is out of balance. So this is a woman that's going to be out of balance in many areas of her life. She's going to be overwhelmed. She's going to be, like I said, she's going to be just overwhelmed with life, just not living a purposeless life. There's going to be no alignment to herself, her body. She's going to be unhappy, because when you're out of alignment, you're unhappy. When you're out of balance, you're unhappy. Your hormones even affects your brain chemistry. It affects not just the uterus, the brain chemistry as well, and all the systems in the body. So this has an impact on you as a woman. A woman if you're dealing with hormonal imbalances, when you're dealing with hormonal imbalances, you're not going to be happy. You can't even go enjoy your vacation because you got this, like you got anxiety, you got mood swings, you got this going on. You can't even enjoy life day to day. Ask women that have deep hormonal imbalances. You can't even enjoy life. You got to restore your hormones. So when your hormones are out of balance, that is showing you. It's a reflection. It's showing you, ma'am, are out of balance. You're out of balance. And you have to get back to yourself. You have to get back to you. You have to get back to that. Do you know what you're capable of in this life? Like when you are, hormonally balanced, when you are, when you're healthy, when your body's healthy, right? You're capable of so much more. And a lot of people are walking around, like I said, and it's not just the women, the men too. They're dealing with low testosterone levels and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's really impacting us as a society. And it's going to have a deeper impact on the younger generation and the generation coming after that. These kids, these are the sickest set of kids. When I say sick, I mean like physically sick. They got every type of health condition you can think of because the parents were sick. We're having them hormonally imbalanced themselves without even knowing it. So it goes deep with that. So you have to, if your environment is draining you mentally, physically, emotionally, it will block your progress from healing. It will block your soul. So you have to get that together. I don't know whatever is stressing you out, whatever, like you have to get your environment in alignment to your healing. Okay, we're gonna talk about more about that in the Healed Woman 3-day live course. You gotta get your environment in alignment to healing. You can't sit here and live in chaos and think that you're gonna live a great life. No, that's not how it works. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So you gotta physically and emotionally clean that stuff up, okay? So in order to get rid of fibroids, you do need a holistic protocol. I didn't say just sit out here and do random holistic things. I have 2 clients who recently told me that before they joined my program, they tried everything from acupuncture to teas, everything you read online about fibroids, to teas, to what else, herbs. So they didn't see much of a difference. Maybe they feel a little bit better, but then next month they're back to the anemia, back to the heavy bleeding. The fibroid is still there, right? So it's important to understand, listen, this is not about random remedies. This is about strategically targeting the fibroid and also getting to the root cause of the problem. And I always say this, we want to avoid that work. We want quick results, and that's not how it works. That's not how healing works. Healing does take some time. Well, some people it takes longer than others, right? Depending on how bad it is. If you have a large fibroid, you can't expect that it's going to heal in a month, right? Now, can you shrink it in a month? Yeah, but you can't expect that it's going to completely go away in a month. If you have a 20 centimeter fibroid, that's not going to happen, right? So a lot of you guys just want the fast results, but you're not targeting, you're not getting to the root cause of the problem. That's why all these things that we see online, it looks, people, that's why I don't have a big following, and I'm 100% okay with that. I love that, actually. I'm okay with that. But because I tell people it's not about tips, quick tips. No, you can go all over the internet and get quick tips, but you're still gonna have the fibroids. No, I help women transform. That's what the results I get, I help women get are so transformational, are so massive, because I actually help women transform their life, right? Because that's what needs to be happening when you have fibroids as well. It's not about, oh, what quick tips? Like, no. It's not about quick tips. I'm like, no. If you're looking for quick tips, wrong place. Because we transform around here, right? If you're looking for quick tips, you're never going to get transformation. You're going to get back to square one every time. And I think that's very sad that you settle for that, okay? So when you are dealing with fibroids, understand that you do have to address multiple areas. It's not just the uterus. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't just go straight to the uterus, because you have to understand that when you have fibroids, we're dealing with systems in our body that are also out of whack, that are also overloaded. So I'm gonna give you an example. Like, your liver is not getting rid of excess hormones the way it's supposed to when you have fibroids, right? It's not filtering out excess waste like it's supposed to. So it's overloaded when you're dealing with fibroids. The lymphatic system is backed up. The digestive system is backed up, right? The systems in the body, the elimination pathways are backed up, are blocked when we have fibroids. So we're keeping toxicity inside the body, right? Inside the body. So it's important to understand, and this is going to be also reflects our emotional state as well. Because yes, when we have fibroids, we're also dealing with lots of, it can represent emotional blockages in the womb, in the womb space on an energetic level. It's not just the fibroids, it's also energetic blocks. So women that have fibroids, it's a lot of unfulfillment. It's a wound to the feminine ego. Okay, on a deeper level, right? It is a woman that is, like I said, she's unfulfilled somewhere in her life. It could be maybe in her workplace, her career. It could be in her relationships. It could be, but somewhere in life, there's unfulfillment there. She's not living and operating in her full purpose. She's not at her full capacity, right? There's something holding her back. Those blockages, those blocks are very real, and this is why when I work with women, typically when I work with women for an extended period of time, they're able to see so many things in their life start to open up, and they start to attract opportunities, attract abundance, because the state of your womb equals the state of your life. So as you start to heal, shrink those fibroids, and really, like I said, release a lot of those emotional blocks, and actually have your hormones become balanced, and just like so much clarity, and actually you feel more in alignment with your body. You start to see your life open up. You start to see things open up. You start to see your life improve, right? You start to, like I said, you start to have a deeper connection with yourself, with your body. You start to have a deeper connection with your with your intuition. But when you have fibroids, like we kind of like are blocked from that in a sense, right? We're blocked from that. Okay, so understand that you don't want to, when it comes to fibroids, you don't want to stay on the surface. You don't want to, like I said, do surface healing, right? You don't want to just skim the surface. What does skimming the surface mean? You know, all this acupuncture, this, that, but what about addressing the root cause? Acupuncture, oils, castor oil, what else? Green tea, the surface. What about addressing the root cause? What about addressing the hormones? What about addressing the organs in your body? What about you have to do the work. If you want to see true healing, you got to do the work. You can't do surface level healing and just microwave healing and think that you're going to get massive results. You're not. You may feel a little better for a little bit, but that's about it. Then you're back to square one. But I want you guys to actually love yourselves more. This is about to be 2025. It's about to be 2025. Love yourselves more and be committed to doing the deep work. Okay? Be committed to doing the deep work. Your body is calling, your soul is calling for a change when you have fibroids. And I'm saying this as somebody that went through fibroids, that literally was living a purposeless life, that literally hated my life, that was in deep depression, that was in deep anxiety, that hormones were all over the imbalanced. And when I think about myself then, who I was then, and if I stayed in that state, I don't know where I would be by now. I was miserable. And a lot of people around me couldn't see it because I was hiding. I was miserable, right? But if you look at me from the outside, you would think, oh, okay, everything's fine. That's not, I was hiding it. Just like you guys are probably hiding, I was hiding it. You have to understand, like, listen, your life is calling for a change. Your soul is calling for a change when you develop these health issues, especially fibroids, okay? I've been doing this for a long time, I know. And I went through it personally myself, okay? So real healing does require you to go deeper. And that's why the doctors, like I said, this is the piece. They miss a lot of pieces, but this is the important piece that the doctors miss. Healing, like these fibroids and just reproductive health issues in general, it requires you to go deeper. It requires you to go deeper emotionally, physically, and address, like I said, addressing the root cause hormonally, addressing the root cause. You cannot just skim the surface, okay? You gotta also too be strategic and target these growths. Some of you guys have large fibroids. Some of you guys have fibroids that are more than 5 centimeters, more than 8 centimeters. You can't just skim the surface. Some of you guys have heavy bleeding. Some of you guys have stomach protrusion due to fibroids, like what they would call fibroid belly. Some of you guys are going through this. You can't just skim the surface. You gotta get to the root cause of the problem. You have to, unless you're gonna just continue to suffer. And I don't want that for you. And you shouldn't want that for you. You should not want that for you, okay? So I'm saying this to say it's important to be committed to doing the deep work. Be committed to transformation. Is it hard at first? Is it scary at first? Absolutely. Anything that is dealing with change, you're gonna be like, it's scary at first. But how bad do you want to keep the life that you hate? How bad do you want to keep the life that you hate? What is the root cause of what? So for lying. So it's important that you get to the root cause and you heal your body. And you can do it. Don't think you can't do it. And if you think you can't do it, like I said, you need to be in the Healed Woman 3-day live course on Wednesday through Friday, because we're really gonna dive deep with that. If you have a fear of healing, or if you think that you can't heal, or if you're disconnected from yourself as a woman, right? As a feminine being, you need to be in that 3-day live course. Right now, I think it's $77. And all of you ladies that are dealing with reproductive health issues, that are dealing with, heavy bleeding, fibroids, polyps, cysts, endometriosis, any of these reproductive health issues, you definitely need to be you're not ready for the 6-week womb healing experience. You're not ready to work with me for 6 powerful weeks of healing and experience womb healing on another level. If you're not ready for that, try out our 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge from this Monday through Friday. Right now, it's $20.25. The last day to register is Sunday, because we start on Monday, and it's a one-time thing. I will never do it again, okay? So if you are interested in joining, if you're dealing with any of these issues and you're not able to work with me for 6 weeks powerfully and and heal drastically and restore your hormonal balance and, like I said, shrink those larger fibroids, dissolve smaller fibroids, get rid of your fibroid belly. If you're not ready to do that, okay, do the 5-day challenge. Okay, do the 5-day challenge. That's gonna be a start, a jump start. You know, that's gonna help with, you know, if you're having a little bit of bloating, a little bit of, you know, if you ate too much food yesterday, you need a reset. The 5-day challenge will be good for you. Okay, you need a reset. But if you need to work, if you have fibroids, if you have more, if you want to work with me on a deeper level, right? If you want a deeper transformation, then work with me in the 6-week womb healing experience. Tomorrow is the last day that we're taking clients in that program. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? I know I said a mouthful. Does anybody have any questions? I've been on here for already an hour. It doesn't even feel like it. Okay, there we go. Do you guys have any questions? I see some of you guys. Okay, shout out to the ladies that joined the 5-day Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge. I'm excited, okay? I've been told that I have fibroids. I'm scared to remove them. Okay, Winnie, are you just getting here? Are you just getting here? Because we were talking about that. You just getting here? Let me know if you're just getting here. If you've been told that you have fibroids and you should not even consider removing them, because that's not addressing the root cause. And they're gonna tell you to remove them okay. They're gonna tell you to remove them because doctors don't believe in healing. If you being scared to do surgery, is your intuition telling you not to have surgery. That's not how you heal your body. You should want to heal your body. You should want to get to the root cause of the problem and get rid of your fibroids. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful, and that's what I help women do. So if that is something you want to do, you're on the right live. Okay, you can send me a message. We have the 6-week womb healing experience available now until tomorrow. Okay, you can look at the testimonials from other clients. I just posted a video testimonial from my client today, and I have several of them on my page. Okay, so make sure you're following me as well if you're not following me. Anybody have any questions about anything we talked about today, or any of the offers, the Black Friday offer, or the 6-week womb healing experience? You guys have any questions, let me know before we go. But hopefully this was helpful. I hope to see you guys in the challenge. If you're not able to join the 6 weeks, I hope to see you in the challenge. We start on Monday. Okay, a lot of you guys need that reset. If you did damage yesterday, you need that reset. If you have fibroids or heavy bleeding, brown blood, any of this stuff, you need that reset. You need that reset. Okay, you need to be in the 5-day challenge. It's only, what is it? It's only $20.25. That's literally less than what you guys pay for lunch. Okay, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be in there. There's no reason. I don't see any other questions. And join it now, so you don't say I'm gonna just join it later. Sunday is literally the last day. You will forget by then. Join it now. 5 seconds to register. You have nothing to lose. Okay, and you get to be in a group of women doing the same thing. So it's gonna be amazing and very encouraging. All right, ladies. Anything else before I go? I don't see any other questions. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for sharing. And if you guys have a question about working with me in the 6-week womb healing experience, or any of our other offers, be sure to click to email me. You can click the link in my bio. You'll see an envelope symbol. Email me. You can send me a message on here as well if you have a question. What time? So it's not an actual time. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be giving you every day of the 5-day challenge. I'm gonna be giving you it'll be like, a different topic every day, right? And I'll be sending videos and content and PDFs so you guys can go over and start the process, that day. So it's like it's not like a set time. It's an ongoing thing, and you guys have access for the 5 days to the Telegram group. Okay. So it's not like just a one-time, it's not going to be like the 3-day life course, the Healed Woman course. That's the actually set time, but no. Hopefully that makes sense, right? So even if you're busy, even if you're like, look, I'm going to be on vacation, it doesn't matter. You still, like I said, you still get the information. So you can still save that and download that videos. After the 5 days, can we have access to the information? You should be able to. Yes, you should be able to. You should be able to. This is actually a really good question. I'm gonna have to make it so that I'll make it so that you're able to have access to the information. Okay, I'll make it so you're able to have access to the information. Thank you for letting me know that, because I wasn't even thinking that way. So you won't have access to the Telegram group, but I will include like PDFs, the videos. I would have to see how to do that. But yeah, I will try to make it so if you're not able to have access to all of it, you're at least able to have access to the PDFs. Okay? Any other questions? Any other questions? And I want you guys to know I love y'all, but when it comes to Detox Your Womb Starter Challenge, the 5-day challenge, it's a good start. It's not going to help you get rid of fibroids. I know somebody going to ask that, hey, is that going to help you? No, that's the 6-week womb healing experience, okay? That's the 6-week womb healing experience. That's going to help you get rid of your fibroids. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all I got today. I don't see any other questions. If you have a question, send me a message. Natural hair. Change your profile so I can send you, because I sent you a message or it wasn't working. So try to change your profile because there was something I wanted to say to you. That's pretty much it. All right. Love you guys. Bye.